Uncle Trump is out here saving them white folks in South Africa. They running from Negroes. They refugees. I cannot hold y'all, and I can't make this stuff up. But let's get down to the smoke.
Donald Trump's administration is aiming to bring the first group of white South Africans to the United States via its Refugee program as soon as next week. 3 people familiar with the matter have said. It's a divisive move.
Thank you, Mr. Trump.
Especially given that Trump has been blocking refugee admissions from the rest of the world. 2 of the sources, who requested anonymity as they were...
All right. Yeah, Trump was blocking the rest of the world, but these are white folks. You know what I'm saying? This is the first time in the history of life that I don't ever see white folks as refugees. You got to tell me. Yo, so what are them niggas doing to them? Hey, yo. Listen. Trump had to have sat there and said to himself, yo, bro, I'm not letting nobody into this motherfucking country. But check it. I ain't never heard of white folks ever needing help from Negroes and running from them and being scared for their life. So this is the first time ever we got to do something about it. That's all I'm saying. I don't know. Because I don't want to call the race card. You know what I'm saying? Because I like Trump. You know what I mean?
Sharing internal plans, said their aim is to fly the initial cohort of around 50 Afrikaners into Washington Dulles International Airport in Virginia.
It was like an answered prayer.
Life coach Katia Beeden is administrator of a website that seeks to help white South Africans take up Trump's offer.
We've been forgotten. It's very hard for us to travel. It's very hard for us to get visas. So to suddenly hear that a country like the United States is offering us refugee status was a really big deal. And I was so excited. I felt so relieved. It just felt like a lifeline.
In February, Trump issued an executive order that called for the US to resettle Afrikaner refugees. It said Afrikaners, who are descendants of mostly Dutch early settlers, were victims of unjust racial discrimination. The assertion that minority white South Africans face discrimination from the black majority has spread in far-right circles for years and been echoed by Trump's white South African...
Wait a second now. How are you going to tell... Did Mandela go to jail for this shit? Now, how are you going to tell me that all of that time, the white folks was the ones that needed the help from the Negroes? No way. I don't buy that shit. You know what I'm saying? I think they just looking for visas.
...born ally Elon Musk.
I guess the key issue just to highlight is that none of this is actually true.
Political analyst TK Poe says the refugee scheme has created a false narrative that South Africa is a country going through some civil war.
And then secondly, within the internal borders of South Africa, it really has created a lot of division. It's almost as though President Trump has gone out of his way to sow internal divisions.
Violence against white farmers and a law allowing for the expropriation and redistribution of land are often cited as evidence of anti-white discrimination in South Africa. However, out of 26,000 murders in South Africa last year, just 44 were linked to farming communities, according to police statistics. Crime researchers say the overwhelming majority of murder victims are black. In addition, 3/4 of private land in South Africa is white-owned and not a single expropriation has taken place. South Africa's government has criticised Trump's program, saying that it fails to recognise South Africa's history of colonialism and apartheid. It added that it's ironic that refugee status is being offered to people from the most economically privileged part of South African society. The average white household owns 20 times the wealth of the average black household, according to international academic journal The Review of Political Economy. Official data shows unemployment rates are far higher.
Let me tell y'all, man. Why would they need refugee status when they are the ones that have the most out of everybody in the country? I don't understand it. Now, is this Afrikaner for the black folks too? That's what I want to know. Because if the statistics is correct, right, then this seems like I don't know. I don't know what to make of it. You get what I'm saying? I don't want to say left and I don't want to say right because I ain't talked to Uncle Trump yet. You get what I'm saying? I got the call. I got to get the presidential call. You know what I'm saying? I got to get the call. You know what I'm saying? But, so I ain't going to say nothing crazy about my uncle now because, you know what I'm saying? I trust the nigga. But what I'm going to say is that it don't make no sense to me, personally. Something doesn't add up. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't see no black folks coming over with this Africana. But black folks is living down here, and them white folks is privileged and got a little bit more. And second of all, we're talking about Africa, and y'all motherfuckers got all this property, all this land, and you got more than the Negroes themselves. And this is an African country where it's supposed to be for the Africans. I don't understand it. And maybe this is a ploy because I automatically assumed that there's something going on in South Africa. Like they running from the niggas. But I don't know the whole story. So if you are in South Africa right now, let me know in the comment section below what the heck is going on. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I would like to know. You dig what I'm saying? The family would like to know. And as always, let me know what country, what state, what province, what street corner, what penthouse you checking in from, because we worldwide, baby, and it's nothing but love.